Well, the devastation is being compared to that of Hurricane Katrina. Homeland Security is warning that FEMA does not have enough funds to help, and distressed North Carolina residents are reportedly being forced, listen to this, to fend for themselves, relying on homegrown rescue efforts.
We're not getting the amount of support that we need.
We haven't seen FEMA, we haven't seen Red Cross, we haven't seen Hearts with Hands, we've seen no agencies come through here. Most people drive through with their cameras out, filming us like we're animals in a zoo, and don't stop.
It's too late. I mean, they took too long. It took them 5 days to get here. It's disgraceful. They keep saying we the people. No, there is no we the people. It's them versus us.
Them versus us, powerful words. And as Americans cry out for federal assistance, they are desperate. President Biden sees his administration's handling of the storm in a completely different way.
What do the states in the storm zone need, Mr. President?
Okay.
What do the states in the storm zone, what do they need after what you saw today?
Oh, in the storm zone?
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering what storm you're talking about. They're getting everything they need. And they're very happy across the board. So we just got to I'm going to have to go back to the Congress and get some more money for it.
It was a little hard to hear with the chopper there, but he's returning from the storm zone and literally says, "Oh, the storm zone." And his words were, "I didn't know what storm you were talking about." Professor John Yoo, the storm to which we refer is the second deadliest hurricane in the U.S. mainland in 55 years. And that is the leadership we get?
Kayleigh, first, thanks for having me back, guys. I didn't know you were going to have me back.
We love having you.
So, look, this is a failure of presidential leadership. If you have people still dying several days after the storm, you have supplies that can't get into critical areas, you have accounts of private helicopters and planes flying in to rescue people. And the reason I say that is the founders created a presidency so that one person could act in the moment of crisis with speed and decision and activity and energy. And also so the American people could hold the government accountable, could hold that one person accountable. It pains me to say this, but when you see that video of President Biden, do we really think that he's in charge? Shouldn't he be in the storm zone and kicking butt to get people moving and things moving into the area for disaster relief? Have they spread responsibility around so that we, the American people, can't tell who's in charge and how to hold them responsible for failures in the disaster relief?
Yeah, they need to act with alacrity, with resolve, and in a wholesome manner. And I do want to play this from Governor Kemp. A lot of people have been making something of Governor Kemp and his discourse with the federal government, but they've ignored this component. Here is Kemp on Biden in this moment.
When the first emergency declarations came down, there was only 11 counties in that. A lot of people were outraged, including me, because there was such devastation in up to 90 counties. So we called the White House. We spoke to the president's chief of staff, the FEMA administrator, and said, "Look, you're sending the signal that you're not paying attention to some of these rural communities."
Kennedy, why is the governor of Georgia having to call the White House, asking why rural communities are not included in disaster declaration relief from FEMA? He had to call and plead for rural communities.